Welcome to the Soul Happy Success Series. It's your coach, it's your host, Rebecca. And today we're talking all about when fear stops you from running your own business. Oh, this hits my soul. Before we dive in, hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the content that I put out because I've got some real truths to share with you. And we're starting today with fear isn't real. You're like, Rebecca, I'm pretty sure that fear is real, but hear me out, because it's the boogeyman, bro. It doesn't exist. And if it's not true for everyone, it isn't true for anyone. So if all of our fears are different, that proves this, right? So, for example, I would happily go to like a new horse yard, jump on a horse that they handed me, go out, not because I'm particularly skilled in horses. This is not about Rebecca being like, I'm so amazing. This is legit. I'm confident around horses, so I could get on one. Whereas if you've never ridden a horse before, you're going to be way too scared to do that. And that's completely understandable. You're not confident in it, right? You might be totally okay to hold a tarantula in your hand. I would run a clean mile from that situation, because the thing is that fear, while it's not real, it feels real, right? And fear looks so different for everyone, right? It feels like a complete loss of control, racing heart, sweating, difficulty breathing, pain, numbness, dizziness, nausea. And I think we can all just agree that that is not the dream, not the dream. And a lot of fear in business is because of worst case scenario thinking. What if they don't like me? What if they don't buy? What if it's me? What if I'm not good enough? Right? These are all fears that come up in the business world all the time. When you're a woman in business for herself, so challenging because we're more ego driven. We care what people think. We're more driven by judgment than we'd like to even believe. And the thing is that as human beings on this planet, we are wired for this. We have inherent negativity bias because our brains will give more importance to survival and happiness than they will to your growth. Fear makes us feel unsafe, it cop blocks our happiness, and we'll naturally shy away from it. So, what I hear from the women that I've worked with, as well as my own journey, is that this manifests in business as not reaching out for any new prospects or to prospects you've had in the past, not following up, not posting on social media, not asking for the sale, not actually even communicating with anyone. You're just like, I'm just going to take a week off. Like, how many people have taken a week off and all they've done is thought about their business but not actually done anything? Insane. And quitting before they've even started. So how do you overcome this? Because it's clearly a problem, right? And if I've heard it from one person, I've heard it from a million. Because you can have access to all the best gyms, trainers, nutritionists, and food in the world. But if you don't put in the reps in the gym, if you don't go, if you don't show up, if you don't listen to the trainers, if you don't eat the kale, you won't get the outcome that you want, which is a soul led, happy, and successful business. If you're on this channel, that's obviously what you're looking for, right? So, going with the fitness analogy, you have to put your trainers on first, which means the first step is to take a small step in the direction of your fear. Counterintuitive. I hear you. It might be to do some learning. It might be to write the post. It might be to pre record the video because you don't feel confident yet to do it live. It might be reaching out to one person and then celebrating the shit out of yourself because small goals achieve big dreams. So you don't have to tackle your fear head on. And this last point is a total ninja hack that the women in the SHS community, they heard this last night and they were like, oh my God, but we're doing it all together because accountability is a freaking dream. You have 1,440 minutes in every day. Do one thing for 1 minute a day, every single day, that is uncomfortable and that scares you, and that pushes you out of that comfort zone, and that makes you feel the fear. It makes you feel the ick. And you're like, Rebecca, I thought this was meant to be fun. Trust me, it is. Because once you've done it, this will prove to you that you can do those things. You can do things that are hard because it will show you your reaction to fear faster than you can ever think about it. Think back on times and think, okay, well, when I was afraid that time I did this, and then in this situation I did this. This will show you exactly what your reaction to fear is so that you can start to control it, because fear is this loss of control. Well, if you can control your fear, you can do anything. And business can be hard. Not everyone chooses this path. So you have to be equipped to deal with it. You have to be equipped to deal with the fear. You have to be equipped with the days where you don't want to show up, but you have to anyway, because ain't nobody else paying your bills but you, right? And I, for one, am super proud of you because I know how challenging it can be. I know how scary it can be. And I know that it sucks when fear takes you out the game. So do one thing today for 1 minute that scares you, that you're not thrilled about. It might be to have a cold shower. That's what we're all doing. If you want the insider scoop, right? We're all having cold showers over here. If you want to do sit ups for a minute and that just makes you want to vomit and it makes you scared and it makes you uncomfortable. If you want to book something where you do go and hold a tarantula and get wild, like whatever you want to do, but do something today that's going to put you in that fear place so that when you go into it, you're not scared of it anymore. You're like, oh, this is fear. Just like, oh, I'm hungry. It's not scary unless you're hungry, then it's a problem, right? But put yourself in that place today and see how quickly you can start to overcome those fears. And then what will happen is that this will naturally progress into your business. It's going to be so much easier to reach out to people because remember that time that you held the tarantula, you had a cold shower, you did the sit-ups and it sucked? Well, you got through that, so you'll get through this. It's just so much more fun to do it this way. It's so much more fun to do these things in small, achievable measures instead of making big, grandiose goals. And radical transformations are great when you get them, but you can't have them every day. You just physically, you can't. Like, no one can sustain that. So give yourself smaller things to focus on, which sometimes looks like a little bit of fear. So this was the SHS series and about when fear takes you out the game, how to get back into business as soon as possible. It's not just business. There are no business problems. There are only personal problems. So if you start to get a handle on those, your business will grow. I'm Rebecca Laidlaw, the coach for you if you're looking to get your first paid clients, make some bank. I know a lot of women out there are over delivering. They're not being paid their worth. And I don't want you to be one of them, which is why I make these. So in the meantime, I'll be over here believing in you. You've got this. Have a great day.